Community Viewpoint.
And welcome once again to another edition of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this edition, and we're going to do something a little bit different. Today we're going to do a protection program. We'll be talking about water protection. We have a couple of folks from the Great Basin Water Company in town, and we're going to be talking about protecting the customer, you and me, when a line breaks. So from the Great Basin Water Company, we have Debbie and Mark with us, and you're going to be talking about some of the protections that we have available. Yes, you brought some of them here, and who'd like to begin the...
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Afternoon, evening. What we want to discuss is the protection on a customer's side. If something happens on the customer's side and the water needs to be turned off, we want to help let the customer know on how to protect their water when they bring it back on, so it may not get contaminated during repairs.
So the customer side is anything on their side of the water meter, right?
Yes, yes. A lot of customers, after a few years, we have a hose bib vacuum breaker right here. It screws onto all the hose bibs throughout the property, and a lot of them take it off, but it does serve a purpose. A lot of people will go in, they're watering outside with a hose, something happens and they put the hose down, put it in a bucket or something. They go back inside the house, and they discover that something's happening out in front. They call us, we come out and turn the water off. And when we turn the water off, their side loses pressure. This little device will help keep the water hose that you accidentally left on, or maybe your irrigation's on. You'll keep it from back siphoning into this and into the house.
Well, there's a little spring and a diaphragm.
Yes, there's a spring and diaphragm in here. And it's a very good backflow device for all the hose bibs throughout the property. All the new homes are required to have them on when you buy them. A lot of people, the older homes, they don't have these. You could pick these up at Home Depot. You could pick them up at H&M Pipe and Supply. It just protects the water. When it loses pressure, what happens is these holes, I don't know if you could see them, these holes will burst out some water, a little.
Yeah, it usually wets my pant leg when
Yes.
happens, yes.
So that is the diaphragm and everything opening up because you lost pressure.
The only thing I tell you is when it freezes, they don't really work.
Yeah, yeah.
How often has it happened here?
Not very often,
Yeah.
but you do protect your hose bibs
Yes.
outside when it freezes.
So my house was new in 1999. I had those back in '99. So that era of homes, if it's a reputable builder, we all had those.
Right. Yep. By law, you're supposed to have these on any new construction. Any new construction. So, but after you're repaired, and hopefully you have these on. If not, you don't know if that back siphonage got pulled back into your water system that you're going to be drinking here in a few minutes, maybe. You know, they pressurize everything, and some contaminants got back into your house, and now basically your water system is kind of contaminated with what was in that bucket or what's out on the lawn.
Right.
So these the hose bib vacuum breakers are great to have.
About $10 or so.
$5 or $10, depending. Yeah, something like that.
H&M, Home Depot.
Yep.
Or Prump Rentals.
Do it. Yeah, do it best.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially on the wells. The individuals out here in Prump that have wells, these I would highly recommend. You turn off your system or it loses pressure somehow, and these will protect your well. Because once your well's contaminated, you ain't going to get it cleaned up. So these little devices that cost about $10 will really help you in the long run. So there's a lot of wells out here.
Yes, there is,
So
yes.
it's important to protect our water.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
Another device is this anti-siphon valve. It's a little bigger than that. This would be more for irrigations, lawn sprinkling, possibly gardens. You know, you go out there, you fertilize, it's on, and if you don't have a vacuum breaker on, you lose your water, you lose your well, you lose your, we have to come out and turn your water pressure off, or water meter off. This will protect the irrigation piping that's under the ground. So these are great devices. I've seen these. They've been around for many years, back in the 70s.
And it's got an actual shut-off on it?
Yes, you go out there, you shut it off. They have the ones that are electronic now, to where you could have set up on a timer, and maybe a couple of these throughout your yard. You come in, you set your timer, and it opens up and closes. So these are nice devices. There's a diaphragm in here. It opens up and allows things to be irrigated. These are not supposed to be continuous use. In other words, it's not supposed to be used 24 hours.
Okay.
Maybe irrigation 12 hours or thereabout, if somebody does that much irrigation.
Like if you're growing hemp or something.
Yes.
Yes.
Your vegetable garden, you're not going to be
Vegetable
flooding
garden.
your garden
Yeah.
beds.
So, but you know, the point is protect yourself, protect your water that you're drinking.
Right.
You know.
And it's not just Pahrump, but we're talking about all over the United States, all over the world. If you have the ability to do that, you should be doing that.
Right.
Yeah, it's nothing that it's so special about us that we have to do it.
I'd like to-
Everyone does that. I've had that in the Midwest too,
Yes.
the vacuum breaker, yes.
I'd like to see if we could get some information on what happens when water system, or let's say property owners, their system gets contaminated. You know, we could Google contaminated water systems, and you could read on what has happened in the past. You know, a lot of people have the phones, the iPhones, so, you know, Google contaminate water systems, and you'll read all the cases. And some of them's pretty horrific in a way. We all know about the one up in Flint, Michigan, what happened.
True.
But
true.
that was a little different, but it's still contamination.
And there's a lot of information now on YouTube also to how to use something simple like the vacuum break here. Also, the other, what do you call that?
Anti-siphon valve.
Anti-siphon valve. You could find that on YouTube. Everything is really easy now.
Right, yes. We have a system out here, Mountain Falls subdivision, that most people are pretty familiar with. While they're building the homes and doing all the plumbing, they install what is called a pressure vacuum breaker.
Okay.
Okay, that is a testable backflow device, and that is put up by their house, and all their irrigation comes off of that or after that device. So anything that you see in the front yards or in the backyards, the water from the meter goes through that and then takes off through their yards and into their homes.
Okay.
That is a testable item, like I said, and that is a safe backflow device. But that's out there. It would be nice. A new construction in Pahrump that, you know, maybe things could go that way, you know, so.
So in case of emergencies, if you have a water break, what would you do? You would call somebody, and who would that be?
Well, there's 3 water systems here, but if
Well, that's
you
why I forgot
have,
to mention that. This is only one of the 3. There's 3 water systems, and this is the Great Basin Water Company, which is the largest. It has the
Yes.
central core of the Pahrump Valley. Then you have the one on the south and the north side also.
but if you're in our service area, customer service number is 694-4404.
So any other popular numbers that we can call?
Well, not call so much, but we have lots of information on our website, which is www.greatbasinwaterco.com.
Okay.
In fact, we have a video on backflow. We have references, materials for incidences that's happened. There's lots of information on the website.
And another thing we want to discuss is these little timers, irrigation timers. How many people have gone out and said, oops, I forgot to turn the water off, and everything's flooded. So these start out around $20. You can buy them at Home Depot, H&M, Walmart, depending on what your needs are. I have a few in my house. They do save a lot of water. The grounds get muddy if you don't turn it off.
Yes, I know. We all know.
But
So-
yes.
Debbie has some information also with this. Who's this here?
Just for everyone to know that we have an event coming up in May, the first weekend in May. It's the Prump Wild West Extravaganza, and we have the flyer up for your viewing information. We'd love to see everybody come out. I brought my little buddy.
Oh my God.
So please try to find the time and come out the first weekend in May. We have lots of fun things to do.
That's the only horse that's able to come out right now because of the epidemic. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So he doesn't have herpes.
Cute.
All right, are we almost out of here? 1 minute? All right. All right. It's a great way to end the program. So you want to fill us in with anything else?
Well, also for any information with Great Basin, you can email me at bewatersmart@greatbasinwaterco.com. And if you need to contact me directly, I'm the Water Conservation Coordinator. You can dial 775-990-4793.
And these are some of the wonderful people you'll meet at Great Basin Water Company. There's plenty more like that.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's great to have you
If
on the
anybody has any questions, please contact us.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to protect the water out there.
And thank you for stopping by. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good night.
Community Viewpoint.